Okay, guys, I would also like to discuss today about synchronicities. They are things that happen that bring forth awareness to where you're at in that very given moment. You can look up, there are number sequences that you can look up. You can look up, like lately I've been getting a lot of 333s, sometimes 444s. I've been getting 100, 101, you know, like all in a row, or 1111. The first time I received synchronicities in my awareness was when my mother was going through her colon cancer surgery. We had gotten her home and, you know, helped her get healthy and, you know, and stuff like that. And she kept telling me she kept seeing number sequences. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know anything about any of this back then. It was before I got here. It was back when I lived in Minnesota. And then that guy came to me. The next thing I know, I'm meeting Charlie and my friend. And next thing I know, I'm here. And then I did a lot of sleeping when I got here. A lot of sleeping. And then my skin broke out, all the ascension symptoms, which we'll talk about another time, started happening. But then the synchronicities started occurring quicker and quicker, and I became aware of it. And getting spirit reads and card reads and that sort of thing is very, very prominent here. They're very spiritual here. And that's why I think I was called here, is to literally wake up. Like, I've been going through an awakening, but I actually woke up. I mean, I already knew of spirituality, and then the awakening was full on awakening. And then I began ascending even faster after that. And it's only been since mid 2015, 2016, and then it's been just full on since then. But synchronicities can be your spirit animals, like not this last Sunday, but the Sunday before. I kept having black cats. Like, they have cats out the ass here, okay? I'm not a cat. I don't not like cats. I love cats, but I don't know if I could have them as a pet. Just because they're left to go free here to do whatever, get into people's stuff and irritate the dogs, and, you know, it's so warm here that they let the cats run free here, and I just see that that's being kind of disrespectful to the cat, and it's being disrespectful to the people who don't really want cats around, you know? It's like, you know, I want everybody to love animals, but, you know, nonetheless, so I kept getting black cats, so I looked up black cats with a spiritual meaning. Everything I look up has a spiritual meaning to it. And synchronicities, again, are like today, my shoulders are really hurting. You know, with this energy coming in and purging, all different sections of me with the symptoms have pain. So I look up shoulder, you know, pain, spiritual meaning. That's a synchronicity. And I go with the flow, because with that spiritual meaning, I need to set intentions on becoming aware of what might be still in my being that is on that end of the spectrum, okay, that I need to purge out. Synchronicities can be really just anything. You can see something online. You say you just asked a question in your head, and all of a sudden you're getting an article pop up online that gives you the answer to what you asked earlier on. Synchronicities can come through people, on what they say, where they go, what they do. I'm trying to think of what else synchronicities. I actually see things in clouds. If you look up at the sky, look down at the trees and the bees and the birds and nature gives you lots of synchronicities. It's really when you start opening and just allowing yourself to be open, the floodgates come in, and you've got synchronicities almost off the chain to the point where you can't keep up. I'm pretty sure there's so many synchronicities that I miss until I'm fully open to see everything, you know, until my third eye fully opens. In fact, I've had my third eye open a few times, and so I know that it's not far from fully opening. because there's a lot of purging that I had to do, and insanity that I had to go through. And it felt like insanity because the ego that we have, the ego mind, the monkey mind, really wants to hold on to it because we created it for that. It was a protective mechanism to live in lower density energies. So just wanted to talk about some synchronicities that I've had and how I got to experience synchronicities. And it was funny because my mom was definitely being watched over. Now that I look back, you know, we're all being watched over. We're just unaware of it. And, you know, and people say that, like, what about the people in jail and stuff? And, you know, what about the people who are murderers and psychopaths and narcissists and every label we want to give them? They too have their own synchronicities. They play their own role. You know, like we played ours. Like in this lifetime, we're good people. In previous lifetimes, I was not a good person. So I got some things in my meditation to reveal that to me. And it was sad to go through it, but I went through enough of the ascension to be able to emotionally deal with that. So it really changes you for the better, for that end of the spectrum, the positive end of the spectrum, because that's where we're headed. And these cosmic energies coming in are here to assist us, and that's why it's happening very quickly. In fact, I heard somewhere that we were sort of behind schedule, and actually now we're ahead of schedule. But there's really no schedule. That's the thing, is we're all energy, and it was all meant to happen anyway. And you hear all this stuff. You really have to, I know for me, I'm at the stage now where I just kind of am flowing in the now, because I've gotten enough information. I've got enough trust in myself now, and I've gotten to just get to know Renee for who she really is. And I fucking love who I've always been. Even with all of this end of the spectrum in this lifetime, and even previous lifetimes, it's gotten me here. Wouldn't change any of it. Even some of the hard things I saw in previous lifetimes, I wouldn't have changed it, because I wouldn't be here, right now. And as many times as I drank myself almost to death, or cut myself, or anorexia, bulimia, which could have left to death, because I got so skinny that I was a walking skeleton. I mean, there was so many times I shouldn't even be here. Drove drunk many times. Never put my kids in harm's way in that fashion, but yeah, I just didn't want to be here. So there was enough synchronicities even then, when I look at it now, talking in this video, that bring back my awareness of me being watched over by Source, the Source I'm connected to, that we're all connected to. It's just a beautiful thing. So be looking for those synchronicities. They're just gonna light up your life. So peace out. Love you.